Welcome back. Today is Friday, January 19th. Today is also my birthday, which kind of influenced the fragrance that I chose for today. Am I doing anything special? No. I decided that on my birthday, I have to smell like, I gotta smell like me. Something that smells like me. Usually that would be Nest Midnight Floor, but last year for my birthday, I was gifted this perfume, and it really does check all the boxes for me. It's a lot of things that I really like, and the perfume is Viktor and Rolf Flowerbomb Nectar. I did like OG Flowerbomb the first time I smelled it because it reminded me of basically what a ballet tutu would smell like. It's pink and floral and kind of like fluffy and girly and really sweet. And then the first time I smelled Flowerbomb Nectar, I was like, ooh, that's cool. That's weird. That's like a weird version of Flowerbomb. I like it. They added some notes in there. It's still got that kind of like really sugary cotton candy vibe, but it's less dirty, less patchouli. It's a little more fresh in a way. It's aromatic, but it's also amber. I really like fragrances that have vanilla, amber, and aromatic accords. And if you look this up on Fragrantica, those are the first three things: vanilla, amber, aromatic. I just really like the way that those notes and accords come together. So when you first look at the note pyramid for this perfume, you would think it would smell bad. Like a lot of these notes just don't make sense. Gunpowder is a top note along with cassis and bergamot. Middle notes of osmanthus, orange blossom, and jasmine, and the base notes vanilla, tonka bean, benzoin, and patchouli. But like I said, the patchouli is not super heavy. So we're gonna do a little spray, little birthday spray. It's like mature cotton candy. It's like grown up cotton candy. Little bit of something weird in there. You can't quite put your finger on it, but that's how I feel. I feel like weird cotton candy. It also implies a little bit of violence. Like it's shaped like a grenade. And flower bomb, you know, like explosion. And this one, you got gunpowder in the top notes. So it's like a weird, violent cotton candy fairy. And that feels like me. So that was today's fragrance. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. What's today? Saturday. Today is Saturday, January 20th. I wanted to continue the trend of things that smell like me because yesterday was my birthday. And it just feels like you should wear something that smells like you on the day of your birth. But I had an impulse purchase today, and we are going against the grain because this is voted as a warm weather summertime fragrance. I got Thank You Next, Ariana Grande. Jerome Epinette is the nose behind it, and I love everything that Jerome Epinette does. We just happened to be in a Marshall's getting some snacks. Marshall's has some pretty cool snacks. I saw this for like $25, and I was like, well, I have to have it because it's here, and I'm here, and it's Jerome Epinette, so how can you go wrong? I think these Ariana Grande bottles are stupid. It has top notes of raspberry and pear, middle notes of coconut and rose, and then the base notes are macarons, not macaroons, macarons. I'm getting more raspberry than pear, and I'm getting more coconut. No, I'd say the coconut and the rose are equal. I'm getting equal parts, but it's more tart on the opening. Yeah, this is like, this needs hot weather. This is a little bit like dense and syrupy and cloying in the cold. Not that our house is super cold, but I think the thermostat's only set to like 65 degrees. So I feel like this needs heat to like evaporate and spread out and sparkle. And right now it's just kind of like, it shrinks. I don't know if that makes sense. It's like a very condensed, shrunken version of itself. I don't know what macarons are supposed to smell like. Am I saying that right? Macaron?
Macaron.
I'm not super sensitive to musk like you are. Like,
you don't smell the animalica stuff?
I do a little bit, but like, even if you took it out, I wouldn't notice. Like, I'm more sensitive to all the other things in there. So that is Saturday, January 20th. If not for this impulse purchase, I probably would have picked something more cool weather appropriate. I was thinking about doing Mugler Alien today, but didn't get around to that. So maybe tomorrow I'll hit up some Mugler Alien and see how that goes. All right, goodbye. Sunday, January 21st was yesterday. So let me put like a little filter on this so it looks like yesterday's Victoria. So today is January 21st, Sunday, and today I wore Alien, Mugler Alien, which is what I said I would do. When I very first smelled Alien as like a teenager, before I was even into fragrances, I just saw this like really cool purple bottle and I was like, I think I want to smell purple. And I took a little sniff of it and I was like, it was, I guess it was the jasmine. It was so pissy to me. And I was like, ew, no, that's like a cat pee perfume. I don't like it. And I don't recall really smelling it that much throughout my life, but for some reason I was getting a little bit of a nostalgic smell, like a familiar smell, even though I don't really think there's anybody in my life that would have worn Alien as like their signature scent. You know, I really was not exposed to a lot of perfume growing up. So yes, I wore Alien. I did not spray too much because it can be quite strong, and on Sundays I teach, so I didn't want to offend my students. For some reason, the last time I looked up Alien, I thought it was jasmine, wood, amber. Now, when I look it up, they changed it. It's not woods anymore. It's cashmeran, which is a woody smell. But like, when did that happen? But yes, overall enjoyable. I've grown to like jasmine. I really wish I could get a real jasmine plant in the house. I was in a Wegmans once, like a year ago, and they had jasmine flowering jasmine plants for sale in the plant section. And I went up there and I got a little whiff of it and I was like, ooh, that's good. So yeah, I really like jasmine despite its a very strong odor. And speaking of strong odors, today, January 22nd, a Monday, I don't know why I woke up and chose yellow. I guess because I'm wearing a yellow sweater, but I also woke up and chose Elizabeth Taylor White Diamonds, the Parfume. And yeah, when you first apply it, it's really soapy. Really strong, soapy aldehyde. A little bit vintage, you know, the younger generations would say, it smells like grandma, it smells like old lady. But you know what? It's the cleanest smelling shower fresh grandma that you could ever smell. I just dabbed it on my wrists, and despite me washing my hands several times a day and going in and outside and doing all sorts of stuff, I still smell it a little bit on my wrists, so it does last a long time. But the super soapy opening does not last that long. I would say it's only like the first hour that you're really smelling like a bottle of Dial soap, like the gold liquid hand soap. I wonder if that's where they got it from. And then it is a very yellow-white floral, and it is not sweet. So I think this was formulated before gourmands were a thing, so nobody was really putting like sweet edible smells into perfume. Nowadays, when you get a narcissus, an ylang-ylang, a tuberose note, there's a little bit of like a tiny bit of sweetness, like a little bit of edibleness, like a coconut or a banana or something a little bit nectary and honeyed. With orris root, nowadays you tend to get a little bit of like a marshmallow vibe. It's like all of those same like textures and feelings, but without the sweetness. Very floral, very fresh, very clean, very yellow, very white. And most of it has probably like rubbed off by now. So I don't know if I'm getting the best representation of the base notes, but it's not strong on the peppery, dirty patchouli. It's still very clean from start to finish. What I don't really understand about these clean, soapy, yellow-white, aldehyde florals is why are they always voted as winter fragrances? You know, it's the same thing with like Chanel number, is it 5? Chanel number 5, the soapy aldehyde one. And I don't know why that is, because I feel like clean is clean. I feel like it would smell just as clean in the summertime unless there's something that just does not mix well with the heat. Not that I'm complaining because I like organizing things by season. But that's it. That's what I wore today. Those are my thoughts, and I guess I will see you tomorrow. January 23rd, I just got a box of 9 different fragrances from FragranceNet. This is basically my birthday present from my husband. Some are cheap, some are expensive. None of them are explicitly voted as like winter fragrances. Most of these are spring, fall, summer. So I'm just gonna pick the cheapest gourmand because I gotta go to work today. And like I said, I don't waste the good expensive ones on work. So we're gonna do Demeter Pistachio Ice Cream. I have really been into pistachio even before it became trendy. So I'm always on the hunt for pistachio stuff. The bottle is still cold because it literally just arrived, just came off the truck. I don't know if that's gonna affect it. And I did already spray, but I forgot to hit record, so now I'm spraying again. And the first time I did it, I choked because I sprayed too much. The opening is very artificial, very plasticky, very synthetic. Like you opened a aluminum tin can filled with almond paste, marzipan. So it's mostly sugary and nutty. Like when you first spray it, all you can get is fake sugar and nuts, like almonds. It's a little bit more like a marzipan almond paste kind of thing. But when you let it settle a little bit, you do start to get that weird little note that is only in pistachio, and I really don't know how to describe it. I don't know if it's because like pistachio is green, and whatever it is that makes it green also gives it like an almost vegetal. There's just something different about pistachios, and I don't even know truly how to describe it. And when you really get your nose up in there and really look for it, really search for it, there is that little weird pistachio kick in there. I guess from far away, it smells like pistachio ice cream. Maybe it'll turn a little bit more creamy and milky, but right now, first spray, cold bottle, cold day, it's just very synthetic and sugary with an undertone of pistachio. But that's what we're wearing today, January 23rd.